y es presentado a ustedes por Toscano Boxing Promotions en asociación con VIB, the best in boxing. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your co-feature bout of the evening. 8 rounds of boxing in the lightweight division. 8 rounds de combate en la división de peso ligero. Your 3 judges scoring this bout in ringside. Sus 3 jueces, Juan Luis Barba, Leobardo Ibarra y Francisco Pacheco. Your referee in charge of the action, su referee para este combate, Ángel Méndez. Introducing the fighter standing in the blue corner, wearing blue trunks with white trim. He officially weighs in 135 pounds. Presentando ustedes en la esquina azul, con pantaloncillo color azul con blanco, con un peso de 135 libras. He stands with a record of 4 victories, no defeats, and 2 of those victories coming by the fast way of knockout. Presenta un récord de 4 victorias, 0 derrotas, y 2 de esas victorias por la vía del knockout. De Tijuana, Baja California, Ivan Pinto. And his opponent across the ring is standing in the red corner, wearing white and blue. He officially weighs in the same 135 pounds. Y su rival en esquina roja, con pantaloncillo blanco con azul, con un peso idéntico de 135 libras. He stands with a professional record consisting of 10 victories, 4 defeats, and 8 of those victories coming by the fast way of knockout. Presenta un récord de 10 victorias, 4 derrotas y 8 de esas victorias por la vía del knockout. The hard-hitting fighter from Stockton, California, USA, Giovannie King Gio Gonzalez. And now giving out the final instructions con las indicaciones finales, su referee Ángel Méndez. 8 rounds, 8 asaltos.
And here we go for our co-main event. You have Giovannie Gonzalez versus Ivan Pinto. And originally, Dylan, this was supposed to be a 10-round bout. During this COVID situation, the commission decided to switch it to 8. Well, how do you see this as a fighter? Does this affect you? What do you think?
I mean, no, you prepare for an 8-round fight. You know, you have the stamina for for a 10-round fight. So, you know, with them bringing it down to 8, it just gives you more energy to throw more punches throughout those 8 rounds.
So maybe a little bit more energy. Maybe we're going to see a bit of a more high-paced fight. You think? We asked Giovannie Gonzalez what does he see in his opponent, and he says he comes forward, and that's exactly what we see from Ivan Pinto, just kind of walking forward. So, in the fighter meeting, we were talking about the fact that Pinto went in 2 times as the opponent against 2 American fighters as the B side, coming out on top, 4-0.
As we're seeing right now, he's staying calm. Gio's utilizing that jab, as he should, as I would like to see him, you know, use that jab. But like he predicted, Pinto's coming forward. I haven't seen any solid punch landed by either, but Gio's keeping him at you know, with that jab in his face.
Oh, that was a good shot by Pinto, landed right on the chin of Gonzalez.
Good right hook by Gio.
And it seems to me, Dylan, that Pinto just has strength. You know, he's walking forward, kind of like a Frankenstein pressure. Not really
left hook.
That was a good left hook. Not moving his head, just walking forward. No regards, and a solid left hook landed by Pinto with a good return by Gonzalez, and he's jabbing. He's moving.
Yeah, you know what I'm seeing, Chris? Gonzalez is jabbing and he's moving, he's using the ring, but those jabs aren't stiff jabs, and the right hands that he's thrown haven't been tough. All those jabs that he threw, they're kind of taps.
Yeah,
you know?
they are kind of taps. I think Gonzalez needs to settle into his rhythm here. Didn't really expect.
He needs to sit down and commit to the punches.
Yeah, I don't think he really expected such a stiff fighter in Pinto. And as as Pinto waves at current champion Jaime Munguia, giving him the thumbs up, is Munguia. Looking into the audience is Pinto. I'd like to see how Giovannie Gonzalez is gonna deal with this situation, with this pressure, this tough pressure from Ivan Pinto.
You know, with Jaime Munguia being here, we talked about how training here in Tijuana, you get to be around world champions. Right now, he just looked into the crowd, like you said, and you know, that boots you. Now you see the jabs by Gio, but they're not stiff jabs. You know what I'm saying? They're keeping him busy. They're getting him points.
But
Pinto needs to respect that jab.
I think that's what it is. Pinto needs to respect it, and Gonzalez not able to put enough steam on there to get that respect. And look how he just walks forward on him. Not the most technical fighter, but maybe just a very strong fighter.
Yeah, the harder punches are definitely coming from Pinto.
The activity from Gonzalez, yes. But yes, you're correct. Stronger fighters. Look at that, how he just bounced that right hand off the head of Gonzalez. And that's what Gonzalez needs to do.
Good body shots by Pinto. And now Gio can't stay on the inside with Pinto. Gio has to keep moving on the outside.
And I think that body shot hurt Gonzalez. And there he goes again
Two
with
more
those
body shots.
And that overhand right landed by Pinto. That undefeated record, no joke, by Pinto. And there goes another right hand landed to the top of the head of Gonzalez. And it seemed to have wobbled Gonzalez there for a second, but he comes back with the hard overhand right.
I'd like to see Gio sit down on those punches a little bit more.
And those 1-2s by Pinto, they're just very robotic, but they're stiff.
He's
and
walking
they're
him
hard.
down right now.
And that's a hard body shot by Pinto. Might have strayed a little bit low. Gonzalez doesn't mind it at all.
Good 1-2 by Pinto.
There you go, and that's that overhand right that he landed in the first round, but it doesn't seem to be enough to keep Pinto off him, and there he goes again with the uppercut.
And he's going to the body, Chris. So it seems Pinto is throwing less, but he's being more effective with these punches.
And the corner over here asking Pinto to throw to the body as
good body shot by Pinto.
As I think they might be right, Dylan, the fact that they're hurting Gonzalez, those left hooks to the body.
Well, you see Gonzalez opening up his mouth. He's breathing through his mouth now, Chris.
And you see blood coming from the nose of Pinto. And that's what you want Gonzalez to have, is just to keep pitter-pattering his shots. It doesn't have to be completely home runs, but just singles and doubles will do the work.
Yeah, but you know what, Chris? I think Gio can't keep just tabbing him. Gio needs to sit down and make Pinto respect his power. Because right now, Pinto's walking forward because he knows Gio has felt, you know, the
power, I believe. Yeah, and there goes another overhand right. I think Gonzalez had a better round this round, but I believe you still give it the edge to Pinto with those hard shots, right, Dylan? What do you say?
And you know, it's gonna be up to the judges what they look for, if they look for output or if they look for the harder punches.
Yeah, I'd like to see the scorecards, what the judges are going to have. And we're only 2 rounds in. Giovannie Gonzalez has 6 more to go. Who do you think has the advantage right now? The guy that's calm and walking forward, or the guy pity-pattering his shots?
I think right now, I would give the advantage to Pinto, seeing as he, as we're going to see right now.
See, you can't discredit those shots. Yeah, he banged his gloves. He's walking it off. But what are the judges seeing? I definitely have Pinto winning that first round. That second round is definitely a toss-up for me. If Giovanni's able to keep up this this movement, this boxing style that he's not necessarily accustomed to, because we're used to seeing him walking his opponents down, brawling. But right now, the better brawler is Pinto, so you got to outsmart the brawler.
That's right, Chris. Gio has to be smart. Keep using that jab. Keep moving.
And another hard right hand by Pinto, just walking forward on Gonzalez.
And Gio's taking punishment when he stands. He needs to keep moving and utilizing the ring.
And
nice overhand right.
Nice overhand right. Not enough to keep Pinto off him, though. Pinto just keeps charging forward. And I believe that is what he needs to do. He needs to frustrate Pinto. He needs to move. He needs to hold at times and not let Pinto get off.
I agree.
A good hook by Pinto, blocked by Gonzalez, and good uppercuts right on the inside. Makes Gonzalez retreat, going back to that jab.
And just how he's doing right now, Chris, that's how he needs to keep the fight going. On the outside, needs to move.
There you go. Good
After
shots
that, he
by
needs to
Gonzalez. Good shot by Gonzalez. Pinto just walking forward, paying no mind to those shots.
See, it's on the inside when Pinto's landing those hard punches to the body.
And they're asking Gonzalez to throw over the top like he had success in the first 2 rounds, throwing that overhand right. He throws a little overhand right there. Pinto just keeps walking forward, touching him, touching him.
Yeah, you see Pinto biting down on that mouthpiece, going forward,
Just
taking
tough.
the punishment.
Yes, just tough. Definitely taking the punishment. So now the corner is asking for the body shots from Pinto and see if he's able to listen here.
I mean, we see Pinto being tough. You know, he can walk through those punches, but I would not like to see him take that, you know, that many.
And Giovannie Gonzalez a little bit more active in this 3rd round, but is it enough, Dylan?
In this round, Gio to me is looking, you know, better. He's being more active. Pinto's waiting a little bit too much, and I don't see him throwing those tough punches that he was throwing at the beginning.
I think you're right.
And you know, he's 4-0, so this is an 8-round fight. As we keep going on, as we keep proceeding with the fight, I want to see how the stamina is going to hold up for Pinto.
Yeah, and like I mentioned earlier, blood coming from the nose of Pinto, that might be an issue for him. You know, maybe never experiencing this in a professional boxing fight.
Good straight punches by Gio.
And a good hook to close the round. Pinto, after so many shots landed by Gonzalez, does he get it back? I don't know, right? Like, what do you think?
You know, I would give him the edge on this round. Gio had more punches. He looked more active. He looked better this round. Now, Pinto again landed the more significant punch, especially at the end. It looked like it hurt Gio, but I still give the round to Gio.
So I believe I have it 2-1 also for Giovannie Gonzalez, but it's not getting any easier for him. Pinto is making him work each and every second of that round. Even that mental pressure, just walking forward, as we can see here. Walking forward. Look, you got Giovannie throwing and landing hard shots. What does Pinto do? He walks forward and throws the shot.
He's walking forward, Chris, but I didn't see Pinto as active
No,
this
definitely,
round.
definitely not. You give Giovannie Gonzalez the round, but the tenacity and that mental pressure being applied by Pinto, it could wear on Gonzalez, and that was a good body shot by Pinto there.
Yeah, but I want to see if he just took the round off, like we've seen other fighters do, or if he's getting tired. As we're seeing this.
Yeah, because he's coming out strong. You're right.
Yeah.
And that's a good right hand by Pinto. Good counter right hand by Gonzalez. Not able to get Pinto off of him. And those counter shots coming back a little bit slower from Gonzalez. Might have to do with those body
Pinto
shots
going
that
to the
Pinto's
body.
throwing. Yeah, so those were.
Gio with the body shots of his own.
So what happens is when a fighter is breaking you down to the body, you're like, oh, it's hurting me. Let me see if it hurts him. That's kind of a thing that I've seen in my experiences.
Good left hook by Pinto.
And that pressure just keeps coming from Pinto. Now Pinto's a little bit more active. And Giovannie Gonzalez seems to be wearing down just a little bit. And there he goes. Musters back a little counter. Not enough to keep Pinto off of him. And there he goes, back to the jab. Good.
We're seeing a good back and forth in this round, Chris. I got to say, this is probably the best round of the fight. Good waist movement by Giovannie Gonzalez.
And Pinto's corner saying that Giovannie doesn't want anymore, but he counters with a good combination. I don't know if that's correct. It might be those body shots that he's landing.
Yeah, Chris, you see Gio keeping that right hand a little bit closer to his ribs. Those body shots have to be doing damage. And you see that Pinto can take that punishment. He's keeping his guard, you know, because Gio is not throwing as hard as Pinto. And right now we're seeing Pinto kind of walking him down.
What a body shot there by Pinto. And that one really seemed to hurt Giovannie Gonzalez there.
Good left hook by Pinto.
And he finishes up to the top of the head. And again, combination by Giovannie Gonzalez. Not enough to keep Pinto off of him.
Gio using those jabs, though. Good one, too. Good three-punch combination.
And there you go, Pinto's corner asking him to close strong, but it's Gonzalez who's throwing the harder shots at the end of the round.
It's starting to get heated, Chris.
It definitely is getting heated, man, but I'm seeing a fresher fighter in Ivan Pinto despite that nosebleed there. You know, I see the body language of Gonzalez a little bit more tired. What do you see?
Yeah, you know, Gonzalez is using the ring. He's moving, he's jabbing, and the constant pressure of Pinto just being in his face, it has to wear on him. It looks like it is. It looks like it's wearing on him a little bit. And the body shots, those body shots, man.
I think that's what is the more telling blows of the fight are Pinto's body shots. Now, but here we go with Giovannie Gonzalez's little flurries, you know, that he's captivating our eyes with. But here comes hard shots by Pinto.
That was this is a good clip because it shows what we've been seeing in the fight. We see Gio throw a three-punch combination, and then Pinto coming back with those hard punches.
That's a good way to describe it. That's a good tell of the fight right there. Fast shots, hard shots. What do you pick? As we begin the fifth round with Giovannie Gonzalez trying to open up with a hard left hook. Still not enough to get Pinto off of him.
You know, you got to thank Best in Boxing, Toscano Promotions.
As we take this pause, thank you. You're reading my mind there, Dylan. You know, we have to give props to Best in Boxing. The promotion here tonight, Toscano Boxing Promotions, global sports streaming live from El Foro de Tijuana, Baja California. Fight YouTube
YouTube, Fight Hub TV.
Fight Hub.
And like I mentioned before, Chris, these are pay-per-view, quality fights. This is back and forth action, non-stop.
Yeah, we're seeing good records, against good records. You got 10-4 Giovannie Gonzalez coming off a solid win against a 6-0.
Good left hook
And
by
comes
Pinto.
back.
And you see the response by Gio.
You see the toughness in Gonzalez there, wanting to respond after a hard shot landed by Pinto and a good counter by Gonzalez there.
You do not see any give in either fighter.
In either fighter, you don't see any give. Good point. But that little monotone pace, I would like Pinto to just kind of step up a gear, just one gear. Maybe he could do a little bit more damage to Gonzalez, as Gonzalez seems to have that second gear here, throwing those combinations. But Pinto's just tenacity.
Yeah, that's good pressure by Pinto. And Gio has to get out of the ropes. He can't stay there.
He definitely can't stay here.
Gio's having success when he's moving and
And
utilizing
that's a
the
good
ring.
jab to the body, good jab to the head. Good hook to
left
the
hook.
head, and he goes to the body again, maybe straight a little bit low. But Pinto is there.
Good left hooks by Gio, man. He's keeping the pressure on the body. I'd like to see him hit the body and come up with an uppercut. See those jabs to the body as well by Gio.
And Pinto doing what his corner is instructing to, going to the body of Giovannie Gonzalez. And a good counter there by Gonzalez, getting Pinto's attention for a second. And there goes another combination, getting his attention again.
I'm seeing Gio land some good punches on this round.
And I think he hurt him there with that body shot. After doing so much good work, Giovannie Gonzalez, Ivan Pinto lands a solid hook to the body. But there goes
Good
again
punches by
Gonzalez
Gio.
with a hard combination, earning his respect here. And not only earning the respect of his opponent, but the fans at home. Oh, and there goes a overhand right.
Overhand by Gio.
And trying to finish the fight, trying to close it off. The round is about to end. The ref is ending it. What an exciting way to end the fifth round. The referee pushes Giovannie Gonzalez.
You see the ref get a knockout in a fight, man. This is,
I don't think I've ever seen that one. What a comeback from Giovannie Gonzalez after getting hit with that solid left hook to the body by Pinto. And he comes back and he closes the round with a flurry. I thought the ref was going to stop it. The ref looked like he wanted to stop it.
Yeah, he was definitely standing close.
And as we get a clip from the truck and we see that replay, I'm just going to let it fly, and you guys can see this action.
You see a good combination by Gio after that overhand right.
And you see the referee looking closely, has no response from Pinto. As he was doing good in the round, stolen there by Giovannie Gonzalez. As we enter the seventh round of this exciting fight between Giovannie Gonzalez and Ivan Pinto. Excuse me, the sixth round.
And Gio's been successful with utilizing the ring, moving, stick and move, stick and move.
And a good shot landed there by Pinto. And you're right, stick and move. But every once in a while, you get those hard shots landed by Pinto. This man must have.
Pinto looking like the Terminator, just coming forward.
You know what? That's the analogy there. Looking like the Terminator, just keeps coming forward. And Giovannie Gonzalez in shape. Good boxing skills, good jab. And the corner pleading with Giovannie Gonzalez to box him, box him, box him.
And you see Gio take that jab to the, straight jab to the body and back up. So he's not just throwing the jab just to throw it. He's using it correctly.
But it's such a hard task against a Terminator of a boxer in Pinto.
Yeah, there's just no give in Pinto.
Now, the only thing that I would recommend for Pinto is to hit up my guy, the mouthpiece guy, my Jeff Dar. Hit up my guy, the mouthpiece guy. Maybe you can get that mouthpiece to fit, and you wouldn't be fumbling it with it in your mouth.
Yeah, he seems to be messing with that mouth guard throughout the whole fight. Good left hook by Pinto. You hear Pinto's corner yelling that Gio's tired.
I think that's accurate in the fact that he is tired, but he shows tenacity and will to win when we think he's tired, and when we think he's out of it, he comes back with a solid flurry like he did in that last round to win the round.
The last round I do give it to Gio. I wouldn't score it a 10-8.
Even though the ref was looking closely.
Even though the
right?
ref was looking closely, I think Pinto did throw a couple of punches there.
Yeah,
But Gio
would
definitely took it.
I agree with the fact that he took it. I wouldn't call it a 10-8 like you're saying as well. I think Pinto did enough to make that a competitive and hard-fought round for Gonzalez. Like he's making this round a hard-fought round. It's still a toss-up in my opinion with the last minute. It's a toss-up round. And Pinto keeps fumbling with that mouthpiece.
Good one, too.
And good hook to the body, but good hook to the head by Gonzalez. Still a pick'em round. As we see Gonzalez a little bit more effective with his jab.
Yeah, it seems like Pinto's just doesn't even have a jab. He's just walking in there and in close range, throwing those hard punches.
And I really do think, I don't know if I mentioned it in this fight or the fight before, that jab to the body. Young fighters, take a look. That jab to the body.
Good left hook by Gio.
Good way to close the round. Pinto and Gonzalez. Final 2 rounds to come.
Chris, I would like to know your opinion on that round because that was a tough round. I don't know who to give it to.
I'm going to say I don't know. And as of right now, I'm a fan. And I'm enjoying the fight. I don't know. I really don't know. You have hard shots landed by Pinto, but then you have the activity and the solid jabs by Gonzalez. What I was going to mention, the fact that jab to the body, what that does, once again, young fighters listening out there, what that jab to the body does, it freezes Pinto. It may not hurt him, but it bothers you enough to freeze, and that gives Gonzalez ample time to throw a combination, whether he lands every shot or not. See what we have here from the truck, and there's that jab to the body. There's that jab to the body, and there goes a little pop right, and a good left hook response by Gonzalez.
Good one too by Pinto.
But here comes the Terminator, just determined to take your soul.
And as you were saying, that jab to the body is important because Gio's not only throwing to the body, he fakes to the body and throws it up, making Pinto drop his guard a little bit, thinking that he's going to get hit to the body and leaving his face open for that jab.
And there goes a solid 1-2 by Pinto.
Now we see Pinto with some jabs.
And a good straight right hand by Giovannie Gonzalez. But still not enough to get the respect of Pinto as he continues to walk forward. What would you tell Giovannie Gonzalez the last 2 rounds, Dylan? What does he need to do?
He needs to keep boxing smart. Like he's looked very successful when he's utilizing that jab, that straight right, and he keeps moving.
That jab to the body again, effective.
That's right. And the jab to the body, Chris, he's used that as a feint as well. He feints to the, to the body and then goes up top.
Yes.
He's had success with that.
And right there, this is the time that Pinto needs to capitalize and throw his combinations when he freezes him. But there he goes back again. Giovannie Gonzalez on the back foot, using the ring.
Good left body by Pinto.
Good hook to the body, but a good response by Giovannie Gonzalez as well. And a solid right hand by Pinto. It may have hurt Giovannie Gonzalez there.
You see Gio walking back.
And it seems like he may have hurt him, but there he comes back with a solid left hook and back to the center of the ring. And there goes that warrior spirit coming back with the 1-2, Giovannie Gonzalez.
And you see Pinto with his mouth completely open. The mouth guard looks like it's not on. He's just holding it on the lower jaw.
Oh, and there goes an overhand right by Gonzalez and a left hook to follow it.
When we talk about how the Terminator, how Ivan Pinto is taking the punches and going forward, but we see Gio taking a lot of punishment as well. He's taking those hard punches by Pinto, and he keeps moving. He's just not walking forward because his strategy is, utilizing that ring.
So another close round with the last few seconds to determine who's going to win this round. Both fighters have landed hard shots in this round. And there goes another shot landed by Pinto.
Who good uppercut by Pinto.
Maybe still in the round at the end of 10 seconds. And Ivan Pinto may have stole it as Giovannie Gonzalez took the last 30 seconds, maybe off a little bit, or just getting worn down as we come to the eighth and final round.
Yeah, Chris, I'm sure you've heard it from your coaches. You have to sell the last 30 seconds of the fight.
Yeah, you absolutely do. As we take a look at Giovannie Gonzalez, I know we can't see it on the camera, but we look at Giovannie Gonzalez. He's sitting down. He's a little bit worn down. You look at Ivan Pinto. He's not sitting down, ladies and gentlemen. He's standing up. He's ready to go. As we see a clip here as Pinto backing up Gonzalez with that solid right hand. May have been stealing the round in the last 20 seconds of the bout.
Damas y caballeros, este es el round número 8, el último round, ladies and gentlemen. This is round number 8, your final round.
They definitely earned that co-main event status.
As we go to the 8th and final round, where the fight could be up for grabs. Right, Dylan?
It could. Honestly, it could. Good right hand.
And a good left hook by Pinto may have not done the exact damage that Gonzalez did. And the referee just cut. I thought the ref was going to cut it off. We're going to buy a little bit of time for Giovannie Gonzalez, who in my opinion may need it a little bit more than Pinto.
A little bit more, yeah. I mean, Gio's the one that's been, moving and utilizing that ring, hopping back and forth, and staying constantly busy.
So this is the analogy I use for everybody in boxing. Giovanni's using the ring, using his legs, kind of going uphill. Ivan Pinto walking forward, walking downhill. So what would you rather do? You rather walk downhill or run uphill? Which I think is obviously everybody's in agreement that going uphill is harder. But Giovannie Gonzalez looking good in this final round, running uphill, backpedaling, landing good shots.
I think it would depend where you're trying to get to.
And there goes that hard right hand by Pinto, and a hard right hand.
Good right
by
hand
Gonzalez.
by Gio.
Maybe getting a little respect from Ivan Pinto there.
And Gio's staying busy.
As we're 1 minute into the fight, both fighters are staying active.
Good
in
right
a solid
hand.
right hand by Giovannie Gonzalez. Doesn't seem to phase Pinto, keeps walking forward. We see more tape coming from the hand of Giovannie Gonzalez, and the referee stops the action and takes matters into his own hands and removes the tape.
You know, we've seen the harder punches being landed by Pinto, but it doesn't show on the face of Gonzalez as, you know, Pinto.
Wow, what a shot and combination by Gonzalez. And you're absolutely correct, Dylan. You don't see it on the face of Giovannie Gonzalez. And when we're seeing blood from the face of Ivan Pinto, and a good
right
counter
hand.
right hand by Gonzalez. Again with the counter right hand slipping. And we see that bloody nose again from Pinto, and Pinto walking forward. Pinto landing his pity pat shots, which I know are hard. They may be pity pat, but they are hard.
You see Gio staying busy though. We can hear the corner of Gio asking for that mustard. Put some mustard on those punches.
And this is where you bite down in the last 30 seconds of the fight. Who's going to take this round? Who is going to take this fight? And it seems like Giovannie Gonzalez is doing the best he could to get the judge's decision and fighting his heart out.
Good left hook by Gio.
Pinto not wanting to let go of his undefeated record. My mind is blown, Dylan.
That was a great fight. That was a great fight.
8 rounds went by so fast.
8 rounds filled with action, Chris. They did not stop.
They did not disappoint. For everybody watching at home, this is what we came to see. This is what we wanted to see.
They definitely earned fans tonight.
Props to Toscano Boxing Promotion, Global Sports Streaming, Best in Boxing. As a fan, I thank you. This was a wonderful, wonderful fight. And now we wait for the judge's decision.
That was a great fight. It's gonna depend on the refs how they're gonna score this. We had Gio with the rapid punches. You see the punishment on Pinto's face. And they both have great chance, I have to say. You know, we were talking about Pinto being a Terminator, walking forward on the punches, but Gio took the, you know, those hard punches that Pinto was throwing and kept moving.
¿Qué onda, bro? Del otro lado, bro. Tú de este lado. Para allá. Oh, ¿cómo? Ah, chingado.
Damas y caballeros, después de 8 rounds de combate, nos vamos con las tarjetas de los jueces. After 8 rounds of boxing, we now go to the judges' scorecards. El juez, Judge Juan Luis Barba, he scores it 77-75. 77-75 anotó el juez Barba. A favor, in favor of Gonzalez. Judge Leobardo Ibarra, he scores it 77-75. 77-75 in favor de Pinto. And Judge, el juez Francisco Pacheco, he scores it 77-75. 77-75 for your winner by the way of split decision. Su ganador por la vía de la decisión dividida. De Tijuana, Baja California, Ivan Pinto.
And Ivan Pinto takes the victory, keeping his undefeated record, moving on to 5-0 in a tough battle between two valiant warriors, Giovannie Gonzalez, Ivan Pinto. This was a fantastic fight, Dylan. What do you think of the decision?
I agree, and you know what? With this decision, I would not have been mad with either fighter winning, and I liked that it was a split decision. This was a war. This was competitive, and that was the decision that that they should have made.